If you're a cloud engineer sick and tired of AI, you're not alone. There's a serious case of AI fatigue happening around us. If you haven't heard the term before, AI fatigue is defined as the state of mental exhaustion, stress, and burnout caused by the unrelenting pace of AI advancements. There's a pressure to constantly adopt new, complex, or overhyped AI tools. People are tired of seeing AI everywhere. AI ads, AI tools, and even these AI-generated cat videos. But here's the irony. We can't escape it because as a society, we're growing more and more reliant on AI. I mean, just raise your hand if you open up ChatGPT almost every single day to ask questions both big and small. This alone shows us a very clear trend. AI isn't going away anytime soon. In fact, resisting it can put your tech career at serious risk because others who use AI are going to be 10xing their productivity and producing more results. Now, I know AI fatigue is not something to be taken lightly. The constant pressure to learn paired with the fear of failing, it's honestly exhausting, and I feel it too. But here's the truth. You don't need to know everything there is to know about AI. Not every trend, every tool, or every AI model. As a cloud engineer or someone looking to break into tech, there's really only 3 AI skills you absolutely need. Prompt engineering for infrastructure, building and deploying AI workloads in the cloud, and AI-assisted debugging and automation. Once you understand these 3, you can push the rest of the noise away. Because let's be real, you don't need to subscribe to 50 random AI tools. You just need to know how to leverage AI to do your job faster and better. And so hopefully that brings some comfort, knowing that you can ignore 90% of what's out there and just narrow your focus. In this video, I'll be explaining how to build your skills in those 3 areas and share with you a few examples of how you can apply them to your work. But before we get into it, let me tell you a trend that we're seeing. In 2026, engineering teams are completely changing the way they work. Industry data shows that over 90% of teams are already using AI coding tools, and they're seeing a 25% jump in productivity. Ryan Dahl, creator of Node.js, has even gone as far to say that the era of humans writing code line by line is coming to an end. AI is handling huge portions of foundational and repetitive work now. And so if you want to build your AI skills fast, I want to let you in on a cool opportunity happening this weekend. Outskill is yet again hosting a 2-day GenAI engineering mastermind happening this weekend. Normally you'd have to pay to join, but as a Tech with Lucy subscriber, you can grab a free seat using my link in the description. It's a 12-hour live workshop where you'll learn to build AI agents, create agentic architectures, and run real end-to-end workflows using automation. When you sign up, you'll also get bonus content worth hundreds of dollars, including an AI engineering prompt bible, ready-to-use custom GPTs, and a Git repo with Python scripts. Plus, you'll get a 2026 AI survival hackbook that breaks down the AI shifts coming this year and what you can do to prepare. Outskill has already trained over 10 million AI professionals worldwide, and I personally attended the sessions myself. The sessions run on Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST. So yeah, mark it on your calendar and make sure you join the WhatsApp community for updates. Alright, let's get into skill number 1, which is prompt engineering for infrastructure. Now, this isn't about writing simple prompts or ChatGPT. It's about using AI to generate actual infrastructure code that you can deploy in production. Let's say you need to set up a 3-tier architecture on AWS. Manually, this could take you 2 to 3 hours because you'd be writing Terraform code, provisioning instances, testing your applications, and potentially debugging for hours. With AI, using tools like GitHub Copilot, Warp, or Claude, you can describe your requirements in plain English. For example, I need a VPC with public and private subnets across 3 availability zones, a database, an auto-scaling group, and so on. You get the idea. And then when you press enter, AI generates the entire Terraform configuration in under a minute. Your job is then to just review the code, set it up correctly, and make sure it's following your company's compliance requirements. That was a very straightforward example, but this is pretty much what prompt engineering for infrastructure actually entails. Using AI to do the repetitive, time-consuming parts so that you can focus on making architectural decisions, security reviews, and optimization. And here's the obvious reality from a company's perspective. They would rather hire someone who can save them time and money using AI rather than someone who does things the manual way. But I have to warn you about something. There's a bit of a reset happening right now at Amazon. As I'm recording this video, I just saw on the news that Amazon laid off another 16,000 employees. And this time round, quite a few of my friends were impacted, especially those in solutions architect jobs. And so it got me wondering, Is it possible that Amazon is building something with AI that will try to replace solutions architects and potentially cloud engineers? You know, things like solutions design, technical advisory, and troubleshooting issues. Part of me wants to think that the solutions architect role is just evolving to what I mentioned, which is focusing more on architectural decisions and security reviews. But I wonder if Amazon's goal is to remove this role altogether and have AI agents act as the technical advisors. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts. Moving on, the second AI skill you'll need as a cloud engineer is AI-assisted debugging and automation. Cloud systems are complex and logs can get messy. And so when something breaks at 2 AM, you're stuck digging through hundreds of lines of code trying to figure out what went wrong. Normally, this would take hours, but with AI tools, you can now feed the logs into Claude or use an AI-powered observability tool and it will help you resolve everything in seconds. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say your application is throwing random errors. You've got CloudWatch logs, application logs, and some error messages. You can feed all of that into an AI tool, and in just a few seconds, it can help you identify the root cause. Then you can use something like Amazon Q to help you patch up those issues. Now, aside from debugging, I'd also recommend upskilling in AI agents to help you automate repetitive work. For example, you can set up a workflow where an AI agent monitors AWS Cost Explorer daily, flags any unusual spending patterns, and then sends you a Slack message with all the recommendations. Or you can have an agent that reviews your security group rules every week, identifies any issues, and then generates a remediation plan for you. Those are just some ideas, but that's pretty much what AI-assisted debugging and automation actually means. Using AI to handle the tedious troubleshooting and help you save time on repetitive tasks. And again, from a company's perspective, they'd much rather hire someone who can debug issues in minutes instead of hours. Now, let's get into skill number 3, which is building and deploying AI workloads in the cloud. Companies aren't just using cloud by itself anymore. They're using cloud to run AI workloads. And honestly, here's where the real money is. The intersection between cloud and AI. We're talking about deploying LLMs for customer support chatbots, running machine learning inference pipelines for recommendation engines, and setting up vector databases for RAG applications. But here's the thing. These workloads are different from traditional cloud apps, so there's a few things you need to consider. The first is making good architectural decisions. Should you use something like an EC2 instance, go with a managed service like SageMaker, or maybe a serverless option like Bedrock? Something else to get familiar with is cost optimization. AI infrastructure can get expensive, and a single poorly optimized LLM can cost the company thousands of dollars a month. You'll also need to understand how to scale, because AI workloads can spike unexpectedly. For instance, if a chatbot goes viral, it can go from handling 100 requests a minute to suddenly 10,000. You'd want to set up infrastructure that can auto-scale efficiently without blowing through your budget. So yeah, remember to keep those factors in mind when learning to build and deploy AI workloads. Alright, this brings us to the end of this video. If you're feeling a bit of AI fatigue, the best thing you can do now is focus on these 3 core skills and ignore the rest of the noise. Companies are getting desperate for people who can bridge the gap between cloud and AI. So if you can continue to upskill, you'll be in a very strong position. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.